Oh boy. Oh. Hello. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to drop that. Hello. Hello. Greetings. It's been, what, only a day? Well, 2 days, technically. Technically a whole week, but that's all semantics. We don't need to worry about that. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good night. Good day. Go away, Adobe. All right. Hello. We are apparently cursed, or perhaps the month of March is, but we shall persist within that month of March. We, the Data VTuber Unico era, hello. How are we doing? Yeah, tonight, we're coming off of a tail end of big storm that rolled through, big snowstorm, leaving us without power and without any real way of communicating with the outside world, which was not great, not preferable, not ideal. But we're back. Yana, our producer, our beloved producer that has actual physical hands and can therefore interact with the real world around us, spent like the past hour or so resetting up everything that got knocked out. Apparently, our internet connection had to be fully reconfigured and tweaked and just messed with. We got our power and internet back like a full day after the rest of our city did. So that was a fun little exercise in patience, not one that we are eager to repeat anytime soon, because holy shit, do we need to keep to a schedule? We've been so bad this month. It's been so bad. I mean, last Sunday when we were supposed to play Warframe, it was a little funny. It was a little funny that we fully deleted the game that we were trying to play that night, because we play Warframe on PlayStation, right? Because like ordinarily, you're probably thinking like, Unico, how the hell do you delete a game that you're about to play, right? And normally on PC, that's a multi-step process. However, on PlayStation 4, which is the platform that we are currently playing Warframe on, because for some reason it won't even download on the PC here. If you have a PS4, you probably know that if you're connected to the internet, sometimes little promotional banners will come up, like the store, PlayStation Store is having a sale or whatever, or like Fortnite. Fortnite comes up a lot, just like promotions of Fortnite and like ongoing events, or like whichever season they're on. We stopped playing Fortnite when Dwayne The Rock Johnson, it was right when the secondary shields and Dwayne The Rock Johnson were around. Not sure which season that was, but regardless, those banners will pop up and they don't really do anything. They just sort of take up space there. So you can delete them. But our genius selves sort of just clicked the stick one space too far, and without really bothering to read what we were deleting, we deleted an application. And it was only when we saw the icon for the application that was being deleted was Warframe, which was about 30 minutes out from us starting the stream, we realized how bad we fucked up. So that is hopefully a mistake we will not be repeating ever again. That's a new one. That's honestly a new one. We've heard of, we've heard of streamers and VTubers being muted for like a while into the stream. There are perms that are lost, or footage that's recorded. It's the first time that we've heard of anybody deleting the game they were supposed to play so close to the date and time, which we're not sure how enthusiastic we are about holding such a accomplishment to our name. But it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna be a lot better. Hopefully, now that we're around the bend, round the bend, that winter decides to fuck off. All this snow can go melt down in the deepest depths of the pit, and it can stay there. Honestly, it can stay there. We're glad the polar ice caps are melting. Good. Global warming can't get warm enough. So take that, Earth. You're crummy rock floating in space, and we hate you. That's just gonna make it worse, isn't it? We've likely just cursed ourselves. But with any luck, the last of the storms for this year are over, and we'll be able to really stick to our plans. And it's a bummer. We were super excited for building block bots tonight, which, oh my gosh, we don't really want to. It's not really a spoiler or anything. It's not going to give too much away, but basically, Mega Bloks back in the day had a line of like mechas, big old robots, and what the hell were they had like a collaboration with Transformers as well. Kind of like, if you know what Creo is, when they had like Transformers toys, it's kind of like that, but a little funky looking. But we have like 3 of those robots. We have 2 block bots and 1 Optimus Prime, and we are gonna dig out those parts and like hopefully put them back together. We have no idea how many parts of which kits we have still like hanging around. To be honest, we mixed those in with our Legos when Yana was younger, so who knows? And that was ages ago. So who even knows what parts are still around, right? But we were super excited to build those again, and just because, well, we'll save that story for the actual stream. But suffice it to say that we were really looking forward to it, and unfortunately, by the time we actually got back and were able to figure out all the internet stuff, it would have been so much longer to set up everything. We didn't set up properly before we left because we had no idea whether or not we even have internet or anything. If we'd be able to come in and set this up and run. So yeah, it's like an hour of troubleshooting our systems and our connection. And then by the time that was done, it took so much out of us mentally and Yana physically. We were under crawl spaces, and we were, getting in the dirt and the mud under the house, and it was, it was not great. We're only glad that it is winter, so there were no like spiders or like bugs or like snakes. Not that we have anything against those creatures, but like we have complete confidence in their ability to fuck Yana up if they so desired. Even like a little garter snake, just don't mess with it. Anything that's smaller than us has the distinct advantage of being faster as well, right? Generally, it's like Attack on Titan when the little guys are zipping around and the big old Titans are like swinging, but their like arms move so slow in comparison to like the what are they called? Like movement gear or whatever. It's just, it feels so much faster when they're so much smaller. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing that they were all hibernating or dead or gone. But all that, like, and after an already pretty long day, and then the prospect of having to set up and we'd just be starting at the same time, right? We would have started probably like 15 minutes ago, if that, because, I mean, Yana still had to, like, you know, take care of themselves, take care of some stuff around the house that they normally have to do after they get back. Anyways, right? The ordinary everyday chores that need to be done. And those weren't done because we had spent so much time cooking under the house. So you just, and by the time, so by the time all that would have been set up, it might not have even been 15 minutes ago. We might have still been setting up now. So, yeah, basically, we just want to get on here and just have a little chat, do a little talking, because we've not done one of these we've not planned for one of these in a while. Honestly, it feels like we haven't streamed in forever either. But that will all be changing, hopefully, or we'll be on top of it. We'll be on top of it. We feel like we've really kind of dropped the ball for the month of March, and it sucks. It sucks, and we want to be here more, and we really want to be able to hold ourselves to this scheduling and to, really make sure we're on top of everything we need to do to be able to proceed forward with all the plans that we have. So yeah, we're gonna oh my gosh, it's been so rough as well, because ever since, honestly, the end of December. Now, we're not sure we've talked about this at all, really. We're not sure why we would, but we might as well come out and say it. Yana, we're about to call you out. Sorry, Yana. That individual is such a huge Love Live fan, right? And they have been having concerts almost every weekend since December. Like, what, Liela, the start of their third tour was in December, and then a couple weeks into January was the first unit live for Nijigasaki, and then, what, it was like 2 weeks later was the second Niji live, or the unit live, and then, like, what was it, Aqua, their extra live for Valentine's Day, and then Diver Diva, or was Diver... See, we don't even know. We don't even know which ones came in which order. And then, I mean, we know last weekend was Aqua's White Day concerts. And then there were, like, 2 extra instances of Liela's third tour, 2, like, the other legs, in January, and sometime between, like, in, like, February or something. And this coming weekend is the last of the Niji unit lives. Oh my gosh. And you know how many of those we've been there for? Pretty much all of them, except for the 2 additional Liela legs. And even then, last weekend, or whenever the hell that was, we were up for that too, for at least the second day. And honestly, it's entertaining. It's entertaining. We like it. They're fun to watch. But holy shit, do we have to get up ridiculously late? And it screws with our sleep schedule, Yana. We know you know that if you're awake, that we're awake as well. So if you're awake and we're awake and nobody's sleeping, who the hell is getting any rest? It's all going to be over. It's all going to be over after this week. We are going to... After Yana watches the Quartz live, and it'll be... Oh, we feel like fives. The nightmares, the mission. It's finally over. Oh my gosh, it's been so many weekends. So many weekends of just being up so early and not and knowing it's gonna like screw with our sleep schedule. But Yana had to do it. Has to do it. It's like we looked in the mirror one day, and we thought in Yana's head, "Hey, you're messing up everything, right? You go into your work Monday through Friday, and you are dead tired, and this absolute dweeb just looks us in the metaphysical eye and just says, worth it. Worth it? What do you mean, worth it? We don't think it's worth it. I mean, it's like we said, it's fun. Maybe if it was later. But they have archived streams, my guy. Like, just watch it later. But anyways, it'll be over this after this weekend, and we're gonna fix that sleep schedule, even if we have to bonk Yana with like a metaphysical cast iron frying pan to put them to sleep and catch up on their rest during the weekends. And we think that'll go a long way to improving the shared sort of consciousness, the shared levels of mental fatigue that we go through, which will mean that point being that we'll be more on top of our game, and we'll be able to more consistently stick to our schedules that we put out. And speaking of schedules, we said that we made the executive decision on Twitter, at least, to that tonight's chatting stream was going to replace the Blockbots stream, and if we say it now, we're going to stick to it. So we're going to say it. Last Sunday, we were supposed to do a Warframe stream for Twitch. And this coming Sunday, we were also planning on doing the same thing. But we are going to try and stream for longer, for about double the time that we normally would. Just to kind of make up for last week and make up for some lost time, and just, push ourselves a bit more. We're definitely going to be starting sooner rather than running later, because if we've learned anything from the past months, it is that starting earlier, or starting at a better time is better than ending at a decent time, right? And as far as schedule for next week, we might as well do that now while we've got our systems open. But we are going to be pushing back next week's, what would have been next week's schedule. And we are going to be pushing, we're going to be essentially recycling the schedule that we were supposed to have for this past week, for this coming week. So basically, the schedule that we had this past week, which was supposed to be, Heavenly Bodies on Thursday, Blockbots on Friday, and then Warframe on Sunday. We're going to be maybe modifying that a little bit. We don't know for sure right now. It depends on how quickly our PS4 wants to download a certain application. But we might be switching up what goes on Twitch Sunday. But Heavenly Bodies and Blockbots, we were super excited to do those two things this past week, which unfortunately we did not do. So we're just gonna do that for this coming week. So Heavenly Bodies this Thursday, Blockbots hand cam stream with Yana, assembling some childhood memories of theirs. this Friday, and we'll save a little surprise for Sunday. We'll definitely be giving heads up well before Sunday of what we're going to be doing and what we plan on doing. But that is what this coming week is going to look like, and we are going to modifying everything. We're gonna switch up the we have on a couple of our platforms, mostly Tumblr and YouTube, community posts scheduled like a week or two in advance of what we're planning on doing. So we are currently just rescheduling those because otherwise we will 100% forget, and those schedules will go out and we'll be like have to backtrack and be like, wait, no, we didn't mean that. This is what's actually going on, and then it might get confusing. So we're just gonna avoid that full stop before it happens and change that up while it's on our minds here. So there we go. So that is all set. And we're just amazed that our In Other Waters stream last week actually went through. That was honestly incredible that we were able to play that. That was fun. That was In Other Waters is so much fun. Getting a little sketchy though. Getting a little too close to Iron Lung territory for our taste. But we're gonna push through, and we're gonna get these shrooms. Actually, there's not even any shrooms anymore. We're gonna get these eels. Eels, is that what they are? Eels? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Well, we think we'll have to sample them or something to figure it out. But we're gonna be taking those samples and collecting those spores and those fish, and hopefully we will not meet the great demon Cthulhu as we delve deeper into the trenches and the pits. Oh, yeah, so that's what's going on. Just to reiterate, this past week's schedule is being pushed forward to this coming week, and it doesn't matter what next week's schedule is going to be because you haven't seen it yet, and you won't until 2 weeks from now. So that's what's going on right now. And honestly, it's kind of all we have right now. I mean, we could talk about the storm a little bit, but not really a lot went on. It was a lot of Yana shoveling. We are both sore, not because we did anything, but because Yana had to shovel so much snow. And that, of course, we share our senses, and that translates to me. So blessed to have that happen. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. Nope. We're fine with that. But yeah, a lot of snow. It was like the Mario Kart, like the snow levels, where like the sides of the racetrack are like just straight vertical. That's what it was like after we were done. And if we never see snow again, we will be a happy, massive data. So other than that, power went out, caveman style living. Yana fully boiled water on a wood stove to have hot water to make ramen. Just absolute. I mean, thank goodness. Wonders of modern civilization, right? Insulated buildings and like an actual wood stove. So it wasn't that bad. We were still plenty well taken care of. But yeah, it was just us up here cooking stovetop ramen, literal like wood stove ramen, and yeah, I mean, a lot of trees down, a lot of trees, like as much as we've seen in a long time. We had to go a long way around to get out at one point. The main roads were closed off, so we had to take really extended detour. We counted about 9 trees down, and those were just the ones that were on power lines, right? So no shit that we lost power. No wonder at all. And that, like we said, that was only the ones, counting the ones on lines. And most of the ones that were on lines were also like hanging in the road. So very, very sort of sketchy to drive around. Wires hanging down from telephone poles and, slipping and sliding and just, honestly, testament to our skills as a driver. That's all we have to say on that. We're probably the best driver in the world, not to brag. F1 races got nothing on us. Like to see an F1 driver race in the snow, huh? Yeah, so very quiet. We got to read. We got to do some reading. We actually recently picked up Cyberpunk Red Handbook, so we got a good start on that. And yeah, that was honestly the most reading we've done in a while. Unfortunately, because we're doing this most of the time, or we're wherever Yana has to be, which takes up most of our time. So we don't have a lot of free time, but that's all right. That's all right because we really like doing this, and we're definitely, especially come April, where March is going to be we're going to hard restart after March. We're going to reformat and reboot, and we're going to be like a whole new uni. So we hope that you are able to join us for that, or join us as we rise once again to at least a stable position of streaming regularly. But yeah, that is, like we said, all we have really tonight. It's going to be a short chatting stream, like we said, so we are going to cut it off here. And yeah, we've got an early morning. But yeah, we hope that you have a good night, a good morning, good day, wherever you are. And we shall see you next time.